you suffer from seborrheic dermatitis or eczema, but you've never considered how stress or the mental side of the game works. Because in this video, what I want to talk about is actually how stress can affect flare-ups, and also how the mental side to keeping composed, and how strong of an impact that can have on your skin and skin health. So firstly, what I want to look at is, and just to get a brief kind of positive environment, is you want to have a clean and tidy environment. So that's physically. So you want to be in somewhere that's everything's sort of kept neat and tidy, and you don't leave much rubbish around, that kind of thing, because it triggers psychological aspects to having a tidy area. So it causes the body to be off to a very good start, which a lot of people miss. It's only simple, but a lot of people miss that. So the environment also needs to be comfortable. So that being said, you need things like temperature, for example. So with you don't want it too hot and keeping a sweaty environment. You want it just a nice sort of standard temperature that you're comfortable at, and that goes for any clothes as well. You don't want itchy clothes. You don't want itchy bed sheets. You want nice, like, soft, comfortable sheets and clothes, really. So when people do flare up, one thing that they tend not to do is, most people don't relax when they're flaring up. They it's easier said than done, but you've got to learn to be able to relax when you're actually flaring up, because the body is going to flare up when it's trying to rid itself of the condition, and it's part of the healing process. So it does have to happen in getting towards the healed, healthy skin, but it's all about, there is no need to stress. It's only going to make things worse. So some things you can do around this is you can reduce the amount of stress in your life, physically and emotionally, by doing more kind of peaceful things, more rest, less time pressured, anything that causes you to have time pressure in your life, like going to certain jobs that are very demanding and high pressure. Those kind of jobs are more likely to cause flare-ups. So it's your choice with what you do, but it's something to consider when just taking things, taking the more chilled and relaxed route versus taking the high stress route. There's other things that you can look at. So if you are flaring up, so just to recap on that, you've got to keep relaxed and be able to keep a very broad view of what's going on. I think that's a necessary part of the process, and it's got to be done. So you're just going to have to go through that to get to the other side. So you can do, there's cleanses. A lot of people find doing like these salt cleanses is a good thing to do, and when doing these, you want to make sure, again, you're relaxing and keeping relaxed and chilled. That's where you want to be, chilled, really. Doing something relaxing, anything that kind of promotes relaxation is a good thing for healing. So anything like yoga or listening to meditation music and just having a relaxed bath where you're not doing a lot, they're all really good things to do when trying to heal your body of a condition. But it's also important when doing this to have managed expectations. So that being said, you don't want to be doing it thinking, it's going to get rid of it, it's going to heal up after just doing this, and if not, I'll be annoyed. You've got to be completely free of the outcome. So you've got to be willing to do all the part of the process, but not really care. As much as that's kind of a paradox, you want to not be able to be annoyed that you don't achieve the desired result. Otherwise, you'll just be left disappointed most of the time, because it's a long process, to get there. So yeah, you don't want to be making a big deal about flare-ups when they occur. You need to kind of just be, although they are very irritating, very annoying, you've got to kind of have that attitude that it's just literally not a big deal. It's just fine. It's just like, oh, a flare-up, yeah, cool. Even though it's not, you need that kind of attitude to just shrug it off and to get through it, and you'll find yourself a lot less stressed, a lot less pressure on your body, and ultimately you'll get there quicker. So yeah, flare-ups are necessary for the body to rid themselves of toxins, and don't keep on looking at the mirror. A lot of people, I remember when I first used to get them, I'd be looking at the mirror a lot, thinking, "Oh, has it changed? Has it?" And it's such a slow process that's only going to make things worse. It's not really going to help you, and it doesn't mean don't look at it at all to tell. You will have to do that occasionally, but don't be looking at it lots of times a day. You need to see the overall picture on this, so you know that you're starting a healing process, and then be assessing it over time, not on a daily basis. So yeah, another thing you can do is hang out with positive people that are supportive of what you're doing. Don't bother if people are making it more difficult than it needs to be, then don't bother with them. Hang out with people who are supportive and positive, because it will ultimately make you more positive and make your condition a lot more likely to get through it and heal it. So the other thing is you do just need to have a lot of patience. It's a long process, and despite being very irritating, you've just got to be able to let go and not get too attached to the outcome. Otherwise you'll be like seeking something out of it the whole time, which it's likely to lead to you being disappointed, really. So your mindset's key. So to summarise, keep a really positive mindset, make sure everything's really clean and tidy in your house, and accept that it's going to take a long time, and it's a lifestyle change. So when the flare-ups do occur, you've got to kind of keep that in mind, that you just think this is part of the process for healing. You've got to also kind of, without causing yourself stress, it's actually quite good to distract yourself. Like I found a lot of the healing occurred when I actually forgot about eczema, and when I'd forgotten about it, I realised that was part of the process where after having the flare-ups for so long, they were so bad that once getting on track to healing it right with the diet, with all these kind of measures, I remember just kind of forgetting about it, and that's when I realised, hang on, it had gone. That was, it was for quite a while, and it's all about keeping that mental attitude. So you distract yourself, keep things that don't remind you you've got it, and keep your kind of brain engaged in other things, and at the same time don't be doing a lot of things that cause you stress and pressure. So it's a nice lifestyle thing to go by. It's basically saying relax more, do things you enjoy, and hang around with positive people. So it's all good positive things. So that was that section. Hope this was useful, and this is the third, I think it is, in the video now. So if you the next one's going to be coming along soon, and I hope you check it out as well. Thanks.